Good morning everybody, thank you for pressing play on the video today. It's Caroline here from craftycarolinecreates.com. I say good morning, it might not be morning where you're watching, but it is morning for me. And this is what we are making today. I just think this is really beautiful. It is a little notebook. So this lifts up and there's your notebook inside and it snaps closed. This has got some magnets in it to do that. Of course, I monogrammed it for me. I just think it looks really elegant. This is something that I can pop in my handbag, and always have a notebook to hand. It's a decent size notebook as well. It's A6 size, so makes it 6 1/4 by, I think it's 4 1/8 of an inch. So you will need a notebook. This is what I bought. I just got these in Tesco's actually, and they are A6 size. If you can't get this size of notebook, you can of course make your own. I do have a tutorial over from a while ago actually, where I show you how to make a notebook, so I will link that below. You need to know how thick it is. It's about 1/4 of an inch thick, and it just works perfectly. So as well as the notebook, you are going to need some cardstock and a scoring board. Here we go. This one that I've done already, this is Elegant Eggplant. I thought we'd do a bit of a brighter one, and this is Berry Burst. And we're going to start with a piece of cardstock. This measures, what does it measure? Oh, lost my notes. Just bear with me a second. It measures 10 3/4 of an inch by 6 1/2 inches. All of the dimensions, as always, are over on craftycarolinecreates.com. So we're going to score it at the long side. There's a few scoring marks to do, so don't worry about rushing them down. You can pop over to craftycarolinecreates.com. The first one is at 1/2 inch, then at 1 inch, 1 inch, 3 1/2 inches, 3 7/8 of an inch, 8 1/8 of an inch, 8 1/2 inches, and 10 1/4 inches. Okay. Right. Let's just fold and burnish along those score lines. And this is our wrap coming together. Okay. Okay, so that is our wrap like that. Put that to one side, and we will do a little bit of stamping now. We are going to use this gorgeous swirl, which looks so elegant. I think it comes from the Falling Flower stamp set, and it's this big motif. You've seen me use this before a lot. I love it. So I've mounted that up, and I have some Berry Burst ink. And a piece of, this is very vanilla cardstock, which measures 6 3/8 of an inch by 3 3/4. I'm just going to ink up my stamp set, and then we are just going to randomly stamp this all over my cardstock. See how do we do it? Like that. I always say there is no right or wrong way of doing this. Just come in how you ever think it's going to fit best. It's a bit hard for me to do this with the camera in the middle actually. There we go. I think that looks okay. Put this ink away so I don't get really messy. And then we just need to trim this down, and we're just going to cut it in half. Well, not in half, we're just going to cut a 1 inch strip off the end, like this. And then this is all ready to decorate up the front of our folder. So let's bring back in our notepad and our folder, and I'm just going to put lots of Tomball on the back of my notepad. so that I can stick this down inside my folder. Okay. And where we want to stick it, let me just show you. You can see there's two thin channels here that we've made. Can you see? There's two double stripes here, and the notepad is going to go in between those two. I'm not sure if you can see that, but there's two score lines there and two score lines there, and it's going to go in the center. So just bring that in, line that up, and you just want to leave a little bit of a border at the top and a little bit at the bottom. Can you see that? So there's just a little bit at the bottom and a little bit at the top. And just give that a moment to stick down. The closure is done using some magnets. I'm just going to grab those out. Whenever I use these magnets, people always ask me what they're called and where they're from. These are called nano magnets, nano craft magnets, and I always get mine off eBay. If you Google nano craft magnets, you will find them. They're very thin. They're about 1 millimeter, if it will focus, 1 millimeter thick, but they are incredibly strong, which means they will stick nicely through some layers of cardboard. So what you want to do is take one of the ends. I like to go for the side that has the bigger flap to begin with. And you need some glue dots, and just take the magnet off your pack. Don't take two. It's going to be a bit difficult to separate these because they are so strong. Here we go. Got it. Here we go. And just put a glue dot on the back, and then where you want to stick it is just about 1/2 inch from the edge and on that little strip, so that you can fold that over and it will hide the magnet. Okay, so let's take our next magnet, stick it on a glue dot, and put that one at the other end. And I put one in the middle as well. I think you could probably get away without the one in the middle. And another one here. Okay. And then take some fuse and just run that along where you've got this fold here. Okay, so you want to fold that along, you want to put that fuse along. Oh, see, I told you these were sticky magnets. You see how that's attracted it automatically already. I'm just going to put that along there, snap that off. Okay, and that folds over nicely just like that. Can you see? So this is going to come over here and basically snap closed along there. So what I'm going to do is take my magnets and snap that on there, snap one there, and snap one there. Okay, then take your glue dots. Could do with a paper piercer to help me put these on. We use a bone folder, and just pop a glue dot on the other side of each of these magnets, like that, like that. Okay, then fold it over and press that down. Okay, lift your book up, and you'll see, because we had the glue dots on, they have stuck down now on to my the other side of the flap. So then just a little bit more fuse along here. There we go. And you can fold over that flap and again hide all nicely your magnets. You get a much neater finish, and you can see how that will then fold over and snap closed just like that. Okay, I actually don't think, I was thinking when I did that, I think I've done an extra score line here. So go over to my blog and I'll write the right scoring dimensions down, but I don't think you need this score line here. But we are going to cover it up, so it doesn't really matter that much. But I think it's probably better not to do that score line. I don't think we need it. So we are going to put on our panels. So I think, you know, I think you could even just leave it like that. I think it looks really stylish just as it is. Let's get some Tomball flowing. Oh, I think I've left the lid off this one and it's not going to come out. Let's see if I can get anything going. Come on. Oh, tip, don't leave the lid off your Tomball. There's plenty in there, but it's obviously dried up a little bit. Have I got any more to hand? Of course not. So let's just use some fuse. This means I'm going to have to be very accurate with sticking this down. I'm just going to centre that over this panel here. There we go. Okay, and then what I'd like to do when we bring in this little strip is to keep it closed as you stick it down, so then you get the nice border, okay, that perfectly matches as it closes. Okay, just line that up. There we go, and our last little piece is that gorgeous monogram. Now, I obviously did this one for myself. I'm going to do this one for one of my friends. So we're going to start off, and you need to cut out using the stitch shape framelits and the second largest oval. You can see how this is a die that cuts out the oval shape and puts that lovely stitching detail around the edge. And then for the monogram itself, I have used the gorgeous large letters framelits and letters for you stamps. So I've stamped it and then I have cut it out using the framelit. My friend is a T, so we are going for a letter T. And then that is just going to stick on top of your oval that you have cut. I did think that this would be really good for craft fairs, that you could make the books up to this level and maybe even with the oval on like that, and then you could monogram them at the event. So if somebody wanted, you could take along your big shot and your dies and your letters and you could monogram them there, which I think would get a lot of interest going, and it would also be a great advert if you are like me, a Stampin' Up demonstrator. You could really be showing off the products and the equipment and how easy it is to create beautiful things like this. And it also means that, you know, you're not overstocking, because the stamping and monogramming this bit, you know, it takes just a few seconds if you already made the notebooks. So I thought, take that would be a really good idea. So what I've done is just on the back of my letter is I've put some dimensionals. These are the mini dimensionals, which are perfect for these shapes. There we go. And then a little bit of Tomball, a little bit of fuse. In my case, as we have no Tomball, on one side. And we're just going to stick that down on one side of the flap, just like that. And there we have it, a really elegant, really pretty notebook with that really lovely magnetic clasp. I hope you enjoyed that. I will put the measurements down. As I said, I don't think you need that extra score line, but it doesn't really make a huge amount of difference. Yeah, hope you enjoyed that. If you do want to buy any Stampin' Up products or learn more about becoming a demonstrator, you can pop over to craftycarolinecreates.com and there is all the information you could need there. Do not hesitate to get in touch, and I will be back very soon with another great crafty project. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.